Okay, yeah. I'm going to call the meeting to order. It's Tuesday, August 20th, it's 12 o'clock. This is being on commission of the city plan. It's well, I guess it's not a special meeting.
No,
It's a regular meeting, it's just a different time.
yeah.
So we do have a quorum and let's see our alternates.
Yeah.
Jason and Nick.
Yeah.
And we also have Ella online, myself and Jim Porto are here.
Yeah.
So if I could have a motion to approve the minutes of the July 16th, 2024 meeting. Motion made by Nick,
I'd like to second that motion, Jason.
second by Jason. A discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then a,
Ella, aye.
Aye, yep.
Thank you.
thanks, Ella. And then a motion regarding the minutes from the special meeting site walk of July 25th, 2024. Motion by Nick,
Second that motion.
second by Jason. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so those are accepted.
Ella, do you want to abstain because you weren't there?
Yeah, I'll abstain. Thank you.
Okay. And any communications? I don't see any on the agenda. No.
Just the letter you got, if you want to include that.
Yeah, I guess we can put that in there.
You want me to read it in? I can read it in for you if you'd like.
I received a letter from First Light New Leaf Energy dated July 20th, 24. Yeah, if you want to read it, I'll let you, Deanna.
Sure. And I can give it to you, Jean, afterwards. July 30th, 2024, from First Light New Leaf Energy, dear neighbor and or government official. Tunnel BESS LLC, a wholly owned subsidiary of First Light Power. First Light is writing to provide you with notice of an upcoming submission to the Connecticut Siting Council for proposed battery energy storage project. The project located at the site of the existing tunnel jet facility at 72 Roosevelt Avenue Extension in Preston. First Light is partnering with renewable energy developer New Leaf Energy on the project. The project would repower the existing tunnel jet kerosene generator system with battery storage, which would fully eliminate the carbon emissions generated on site. This project and others like it are critical to meeting Connecticut's goal of a zero emissions electricity supply by 2040. Project timeline. We anticipate that the petition for the project will be filed with the CSC in the near future with an anticipated approval by the end of this year. Pending receipt of all necessary approvals and equipment procurement, our goal is to begin preliminary site work in the spring of 2026 with the construction finishing during the spring of 2027. Contact information. First Light and New Leaf Energy are committed to being good neighbors and answering any questions or addressing any concerns you may have. For more information, please contact Sandra Brown, First Light Power. It gives her information. Eric Weinstein, New Leaf Energy, email address for him, and phone numbers. If you would like to submit comments regarding our petitions to Connecticut Siting Council, please send them to siting.council@connecticutct.gov or send a letter to the following address at Melanie Bachman, Executive Director, Connecticut Siting Council, 10 Franklin Square, New Britain, Connecticut, 06051. Sincerely, Andy Brydages, BRYDGES, Director, Community Relations.
Thanks, Dan. Okay, so under new business, we have a referral from the city council. It's a resolution to begin the process of closing a portion of Lower Lane. Do you have the resolution there?
Yep.
You want me to read it? Whereas the council of the city of Norwich proposes to discontinue the use as a highway of a portion of Lawler Lane from the northwest corner of 185 Lawler Lane to the southeast corner of 256 Lawler Lane, a distance of approximately 1,500 feet. And whereas pursuant to Connecticut General Statute 13A49, the city council may discontinue any portion of a road, and whereas pursuant to Connecticut General Statute 13A-49, due notice will be given to all landowners abutting the proposed portion of Lowell Lane area to be discontinued Said notice to be published in a newspaper of general circulation in Norwich. A sign will be posted at the location of the discontinued portion. And whereas the City of Council will refer the matter to the Commission on City Plan for appropriate review and report. Now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the City of Norwich authorizes and directs City Manager John Salamone to provide necessary assistance as it undertakes the process to discontinue a portion of the lane from the northwest corner of 185 Lola Lane to the southeast corner of 256 Lola Lane, a distance of approximately 1,500 feet to be shown on a survey map to be prepared by Boundaries LLC, reserving to the City of Norwich and to the Norwich Department of Public Utilities all rights to enter upon the same to maintain and install drainage and to maintain and install other public utilities. Said process to be in accordance with the procedure as set forth in Connecticut General Statute, Section 13A-49 at SEC, and be it further resolved by the Council of the City of Norwich that this resolution be referred to the Commission on the City Plan for appropriate review and report, and the date for action by the Council of the City of Norwich be established as September 17th, 2024, Mayor Peter Albert Nystrom, President Pro Tem Joseph A. DeLucia, Alderman Mark Bedencourt, Alderwoman Stacy Gould, Alderman William Nash. Okay, so that's the resolution.
So last night, just to let you know that at the beginning, they had to, at the council meeting last night, they changed the date. The correct date was September 16th. And so last night at the council, they did clarify and correct that. So I just
Okay,
wanted
so
to
the
get
correct
that.
date is September 16th,
And there will
not
be
the
a
17th.
Yep, and there'll be a public hearing, the date of the 16th, in front of the
The
council.
City Council is when the public hearing.
Yeah, so they're asking for your review on this and recommendation so that get back to the council for that, time for that public hearing.
Do we have any maps to look at? It's like just the resolution.
Yeah, so it's the two parcels that it abuts are both owned currently by Norwich Community Development Corporation. So if the road ends, it would be cul-de-sac on one end and then cul-de-sac on the other. And in between that land discontinuance, when you discontinue a road, it gets split between the landowners, but their landowners are both Norwich Community Development Corporation on both sides of the road. They're the only ones that abut this portion of the roadway.
So there's no private residences on that portion of the road.
Where they're discontinuing. So up to that point there is, and then there's going to be a cul-de-sac.
Right, but on the actual area being discontinued to
discontinued,
1,500 feet,
It's
there's no houses or homes.
no, it's only NCDC plan. Brian's on is anyone else on it? They said they can show a map if there is a map available if you would like to see it.
Yeah, I guess we would like to see the
Okay.
map if it's available to post it.
Is this something new, Deanna? It just came up.
It
Last
came
night?
through the council. No, it came a couple weeks ago, but last night they clarified the date. So this is the section. You can make it a little bigger. Okay, so there's the two cul-de-sacs and that portion that's kind of the pinkish color is the section that would be discontinued. And you can see that North Development Corporation owns both pieces on either side of that road. That's it.
So there would be no through traffic through Lola Lane anymore.
No, that's why it would be cul-de-sac on either side. It has gone to the fire chiefs have looked at it, discussed it, you know, police. So there's been some reviews in public works, obviously, before this is in front of the council. So they wanted to get there.
So the fire departments are satisfied with the cul-de-sacs
I
as
think,
far as turnaround goes for
I think,
emergency apparatus.
I don't want to speak for them. They're not here, but I believe that if a development happens, that's in, you know, in that area where the road is, that they would ask for some kind of fire road around it to be able to get around any building for that. That would be part of a site development plan and not part of this now. If the road is discontinued, then it would, it just happen. when a development would happen there.
And it would be gated.
And yes.
Secured.
Okay.
That's it.
Anybody else have questions?
Yeah, so we'll be voting today on moving forward with this.
We're voting on a recommendation to the city council list. We believe that the discontinuance is in accordance with the city's plan.
Yes.
We just give a recommendation, the city council makes the decision on whether to discontinue. If we recommend favorably, then it's just a regular vote by the city council. If we don't recommend, then the city council have to have a super majority to pass.
So to make recommendations on council referrals, we look at our plan of conservation and development and see, and so this one would be in line with the growth goal, promote economic development and expansion of the city's tax base. Because, you know, it's been presented that having this additional land makes that more buildable area for that property. It also supports that Business Park North section in our POCD. Right, under economic development. So the growth, if you were to make a motion, a favorable motion, if you would reference that it's consistent with the growth goal 3 of promoting economic development for the business park. That increasing the tax base.
Anybody else have any questions?
That's our
I got
suggestion.
another one, Frank. As the residents on the other parts of the road, had any input, or is that? on the
That's the
16th?
public hearing
That's
on the
on the
16th.
16th.
Yep, so this is, you see it first before it goes to the public, you know what I mean, because
We don't make the decision. We're just making
you have
a
to look and see if it's,
referral one way or the other to the city council.
yes, and it's related to the plan of conservation, so they prefer them. That. Why are you laughing?
Oh, no, it just, it's gonna change my life.
Do you live up that way?
Yep, I live,
Your house is, I think, is it
That-
showing on there?
I'm on Scotland Road.
Oh, it's
Not too far away, right there. That's, how'd you know? He's pointing to it, right?
Oh, your name is listed.
Yes.
on
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's one of the,
You gotta repeat yourself.
well, I mean, that's up to him if you felt like you had, you know,
I talked to the mayor about economic development. For helping tax.
All right, so anybody else have questions? If not, does somebody want to make a motion regarding this referral to the city council?
I'll make a motion for a favorable recommendation for closing that portion of the road.
Thank you, Ella. Does somebody want to second that?
Jason, I'll second.
Second by Jason. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, Ella, could you state that it's in accordance with the plan of conservation and development?
Yes, in accordance with the plan of conservation and development.
Okay. Hearing no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm gonna abstain. Sorry.
Abstain. Okay, so it's 4 in favor, 1 abstention. So that carries a favorable recommendation to the city council. All right. No extension requests, no bond reduction or release requests. Any other business or staff report this time?
just a quick to let you know that I'll probably be bringing forward to you in the next month or two, Dan and I, with some things to expire, some projects that have not moved forward. And we feel that they should be expired, you know, they may not be consistent with what the visions now and the POCD are, so they can always come back with, you know, new proposals, so it's a couple to expire, so I'll be notifying the owners of those properties that the intention is to bring it forward to expire them.
Anything going on with Hale Mill?
Hello? Yeah, slow.
They should be filing Mylars soon.
Yeah, for the changes, the like
For the
the tax
changes,
changes, yeah. Otherwise, they're, yeah, moving along slowly.
About the apartments over here.
85 Main, Dan, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
I believe a that have been CO'd. Working slowly but surely,
Yeah,
check off all the.
So they're not trying to do them all at once.
well, they're kind of done, but there's things that are issues in some of the
Yeah,
units,
building
so.
code, fire.
Yeah, so what they're doing is going piece by piece and saying, okay, these ones are okay, you can get a CO on it. And they often need installed bike racks, and there's a few things for us from planning
What
standpoint.
about the garbage situation? Has that been resolved?
I believe it
In
might
the
have,
process of it,
yeah, they're doing the compactor and everything, so,
They're
yeah,
gonna put in a compactor.
Yeah.
that'll be accessible to everybody.
yeah.
Anybody else have any questions for Deanna or Dan?
What about the reuse project? Is it?
I think it's
I
moving
see they're
along.
moving now.
Yeah.
I've seen work out there the last couple of years.
What about these guys?
What's that? Reading yours.
Oh,
What's going on with these guys?
These guys,
So they have their brewery up and running there, their actual manufacturing there. And they're looking for the relocation for their restaurant because their lease is like a month to month where they're
I
at
thought they
now.
were moving up there with.
They're not going to
No,
be
oh.
moving there.
They're
It's that
moving
location.
Here.
Moving down to the old Y.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not at liberty to say at this point. But they are looking for a location to make a permanent restaurant because like I said, they are now a short term. It wasn't going to work there because of the handicap accessibility in that building.
Just,
Um,
yeah, cost.
Yeah, and the cost prohibitive to do it. So they just, it's not gonna work for them, but they're still glad they have the building because of their manufacturing. They needed it. Yeah.
They're already brewing.
Yeah.
Good. Anything else?
We need to go in executive session and you need to make a motion to do that and invite Dan and I, and then we have to ask everybody else. Gene, what I'll do is tell you when we went in, when we came out and when the meeting is. Okay.
So can we have a motion to go into executive session and invite Dan and Deanna?
I'll make the motion that we, now go into executive session, invite Dean and Deanna.
And the purpose is to discuss pending litigation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have a motion, and a second by Nick. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we're gonna go into executive session and now we're executive session, and we should note that there were no votes taken during the executive session.
Yeah. I think we just need. Who's doing it? Jim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Second,
Jason, I'd like to second that motion.
Jason, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Ella, for coming on too.
Thanks, Ella.
Oh, you're welcome.